Good evening. My name is Michelle, and today I'm going to show you a step-by-step way to make a photo album using Google Slides. The first thing you want to do is get onto Google, or simply type in Google Slides in your address bar. Click on Google Slides. And here you will be brought to a page where you may use this free online service. Simply go to Google Slides, and this will bring you to your page. I have an existing Gmail account, so it brings me right here. Today I'm going to show this photo album making to you using a template. I like to use a template because it gives me a starting point. You could definitely start from scratch, but this is where I prefer to start. Click on the photo album, and there you have one that was made by someone else. The first thing I like to do is rename any document. So go up to the top, simply click, backspace or delete, and rename your document. As most of you know, Google automatically saves, so it's a very convenient option for people like me who usually forget to save their work. Excellent. Now on slide 1, I'm going to show you how to modify text in the Google Slides. First, you click on and you will be given a text box, shown your text box. I normally like to highlight my text. I go up to the font, and in there you'll see many different options for texts. You can also go to the bottom, which will show you more fonts. Some that you can also, I think there's also an option for you to download some. If you'd like to change text completely, just backspace and type in the text that you would like. You may highlight to delete it or simply backspace. Now, if you'd like to change the color of your text, you may highlight it, go up to here, and change it that way. You can also change the size by going up here at the top and playing with the different sizes. You also have the option of bolding, italicizing, and underlining your fonts. Okay. If you would like to insert another text box, you also have that option. Go up to the Insert tab up here, click Insert Text Box, come down here and you'll see a cross. Click and drag, and voila, you have an instant text box. Should you change your mind about this text box and want to delete it, I usually make it smaller and simply press the delete button. The second slide, I'm going to show you how to manipulate pictures. So in order to insert your own personal pictures in a template, I like to click on it, double click or right click, and simply click on replace image. This way, whatever image you're downloading will fit into that box perfectly. No resizing necessary. Click replace image. Now here's where you have many different options. You have the options to simply upload, which is probably the most common one. Take a snapshot using your webcam. You can type in a web URL here, being careful that you don't copy anything that has copyright laws associated with it. You might have some albums already set up or some photos on your Google Drive. And then there's also a search engine, search option if you were looking for something specific. I'm going to choose to upload using an image from my existing folder. So I just simply click on there. It will bring up your folder or this menu. And so you may search on your computer for those pictures. Click on the picture you want, press choose, and fairly soon after that your image will be uploaded. It fits in there. Excellent. If you wanted to adjust the size, you could just simply click and drag and it will adjust the size. In some cases, though, it will distort your photo, so you have to sort of use your own judgment where those are concerned. Now, another option, another way to insert a photo into an existing one is to just go up here to Insert and Image. And then the last way to do it is to click on this little image icon here and press that. So there are 3 ways to insert an image onto your slide. So you could right click, replace image. You can insert image, or you also have the option of clicking on this icon right here, image. So 3 easy ways to do that. Now when you right click, there are some image options that you might want to look at. You have the option to crop your image, rotate it, center it on page, reset it, and within the image options there are other things you can do. You may look at the transparency, the brightness, the contrast. The other option is to recolor it as well. Great. In the next slide, which is not very exciting, I want to take a look at how you would insert other things onto a slide. You go up here to the Insert tab and press this. You have the option, of course, of inserting a new text box, which you've also looked at, an image. You also have the option of inserting a link, pardon me, when that is highlighted, a video, which can be either a personal video or a YouTube video. Click on that to show you. Excellent. You also have the option of pulling this up, inserting word art. And so depending on the title you'd want, you type it in there, and then you'd be able to adjust it and manipulate it from here. Double-clicking on that gives you some other options as well. If you'd like to edit the text from here, order it, rotate it, center it on page. Okay. Some other options in the Insert menu are obviously line, shape, table, animation, and so forth. Should you want to add a new slide in here, you can go to this option right here. All right. The next thing I want to show you is how to do just that, insert or delete slides. If you were on this side and you wanted to delete it, you would simply right-click and go to the option Delete. You may also duplicate or add a new slide. So again, if you'd like to make changes to this, the placement of it, or whether it exists or not, you right-click, you can add a new slide, duplicate this slide, or delete the slide completely. If you would like to switch the order, it's a simple click and move, and you've changed the order. Oh, I'd like it down there, and there it goes. You can always change it back by clicking undo, undo again, which is right here. Now, another thing that I'd like to show you is how we go about changing the different backgrounds. Let's go to this one. You have the option of changing the background, the layout, the theme, and the transition. So let's look at the background. You have the option of changing the background colors, the layout, and in many cases, the layout is something you would want to change at the beginning before you insert photos and so forth, but it is there as an option at any point. The theme is a good one, so you can change the theme as you go along, and oftentimes it'll just change a background color or a font. It will not change the layout of your pictures and text boxes. And the last thing on here that I'd like to look at is the transition. Now, if you notice right now from slide to slide, it's a simple click because we have no transitions. If you go to the far right, you can click on any of those transitions, click on Apply to All, and click on Play, and it will give you an idea of what that transition looks like. Okay. Coming back to the top, we looked at the way we would change text, the way we can add pictures. We've looked at the different ways to insert a number of different options here. We've looked at how we delete or change the positioning of a slide, as well as add new slide. And then we've also looked at the different ways that we can change background layouts, themes, and transition. I hope that this tutorial has been helpful to you. I've enjoyed my time with you. Thank you and have a great evening.